What's up, Dallas? It's your girl Rachel. I have an amazing guest on my show, Dr. Linda. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's truly a pleasure. So, this topic we're going to talk about affects so many people in the world. And, this is like the first interview of this kind on my show. So, I literally have my list of questions right here. So, so
Okay.
Miss Linda, can you please tell me and tell our viewers just a little small summary of what you do and what you specialize in?
Absolutely. So, Dr. Linda Amerson, I have two PhDs. One is as a doctor of trichology, which means I am a hair scientist. So, I literally get to the root of the problem using hair science technology. And we service men, women, and children using hair science technology. My other doctorate is as a holistic health practitioner. So many people are trying to really eat healthier and trying to take their health and wellness into their own hands. So I'm able to assist them with testing their hair bulb and finding out what their nutritional deficiencies are. And it only takes 15 minutes. And through that technology, it has been such a game changer for so many of our patients. And so we look at internal as well as external contributing factors to really help a person on their wellness journey.
Oh man, it's like when you really get to the root of the problem, you are there.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. So my first question for you is, I know stress and diet are very important and it's part of our daily life that affects things, especially our body. But how does this play a role in the role of hair loss in a person?
There are different levels of stress that a person deals with on a daily basis. I have seen where there is very low stress manageable factors that some people are able to um, really manage a low percentage. Then there's the moderate, and then there's the high level, and then there's the extremely high level that I've seen over 4 decades now. So when the body is very, very stressed, this can cause the hair follicles to begin attacking one another. And this is a very common condition known as alopecia areata. And it affects over 12% of the American population. So
Mhm.
I've seen this in men, women, and children. So managing stress is very, very vital to a person's immune system and their overall health and wellness. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you for explaining that too, because a lot of people they'll say, "Oh, well, I got hair loss from genetics for my family. I'm just kind of dealing with it." But it's really more than that. Is that right?
It's a case by case basis. Yes.
Mhm.
So androgenetic alopecia, which is known as hereditary pattern hair loss, that's only one category. There are actually over 100 different categories of alopecia and scalp disorder conditions. So there
Okay.
is a fee for my
Mhm.
analysis because it is so in depth with what I'm doing with the microscopes that I use. So we use three different microscopes during the hair science analysis. So
Oh,
the first one is called our polarized microscope. That's where we're actually looking at the shape of the hair bulb. And we could tell a person how healthy or unhealthy their hair is actually growing. So
mhm.
some people think, well, my hair is probably growing healthy. No, I do not see very many healthy hair bulbs when I'm analyzing that. Also, I'm looking at the internal structure. Is there structural damage? Is there chemical overprocessing? Is there any other types of malnourishment that I can see within the hair strand? I can see all of that with the polarized microscope. Then we use a tricholoscope.
Mhm.
With that microscope, we're showing the client or the patient on the computer monitor, and we're able to show them their areas of concerns, and we actually analyze your entire scalp. So that's very vital to point out other areas where there may be conditions going on where a person may not be aware of. There may be pimples on the scalp, which is folliculitis.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bacterial infection of the hair follicles. There may be severe inflammation. There may be psoriasis patches. There may be raised lesions. There may be moles on the scalp. There may be discolorations or hyperpigmentations on the scalp. There's so many things that we look at. The third microscope is called our epigenetic hair bulb analysis. What that is where we only need 4 of a person's hair bulbs, and in 15 minutes is going to reveal all of a person's nutritional deficiencies from the past 30 to 90 days.
Wow.
And that is very, very helpful because we find that a lot of our patients, they're taking supplements and they may be taking too high of a dosage. When you're taking too high of a dosage, this will accelerate hair loss. It begins to shed profusely. It may begin to break profusely. And then that combined with eating an unhealthy diet, some people think they're eating healthy, but not in all cases.
Right.
So nutrition is very, very important. But yes, the wellness report is very, very insightful for both of us.
Okay. And thank you for going in depth with that as well, because I'm sure a lot of people were probably thinking, like, how is she gonna analyze my hair? How is she gonna do this? Like, yeah,
Yes,
but I mean, this is your specialty. This is what you do. So,
yes,
and I also was reading that you actually have some award-winning products, right?
yes, we do. I wanted to have a product line to support what I was offering to my clients. So we offer the analysis treatments, and then we have our own award-winning products. So since 2007, we connected with a manufacturing company in Garland, and they have done a wonderful job. We have our own formula, Dr. Amerson's Therapeutic Essentials, LLC. So this is our hair and scalp shampoo, which is wonderful for cleansing and treating conditions of the scalp. So that's another thing. When a person has conditions of the scalp, you need to have a product that really addresses that because all products are not created equal. And then this is an example of our revitalizing conditioner.
Mhm.
And then we have our anti-itch soothing oil, which is great for inflammation, soothing the scalp. It's great for healing lesions on the scalp as well. So this is a fantastic product. And then we have our award-winning follicle serum. So this is great for usage for increasing hair growth.
Mhm.
So this has worked very, very well. So our products do work best as a system,
Mhm.
all 4 of them as a system for maximum results. But yes, we have been very, very pleased with the feedback and testimonials that we have received from around the globe from patients who have used our products, recommended our products to family and friends to provide solutions. And that's our passion and purpose, is to
Mhm.
provide solutions to the community.
Oh, and I love that too, because you've been an entrepreneur for 45 years. So you've been doing this for quite some time.
Yes,
So
yes.
I gotta know. If you've seen my show, I gotta know, like, how did you start this journey in life? How did you get started?
Well, I started when I was very young, but I began in the beauty profession
Mhm.
as an educator. So after working in that field for a while, I began to see so many consumers complaining about alopecia and how they were going to some professionals, but they were all being told the same thing. Stop getting relaxers, stop using color on your hair. And I knew there was more to that. So I did personal research, went back to school to obtain my doctorate as a trichologist. And then I worked in that field for many, many years. And I was very, very uh, thankful that I was able to restore the confidence of so many consumers. And then I went on to create my product line, that which was a support to consumers in the community. Then I went back to school. I wanted to get even deeper into internal contributing factors. So I went back to school to obtain my holistic health practitioner certification.
Mhm.
So with that knowledge, I was able to really give more information and answers to my patients, looking internal as well as external. And we have been able to really help a lot of consumers in the community on their wellness journey and their image. Image is so important to so many people.
It really is. And, I mean, a lot of people, they always say that, for us women, our hair is the crown that we wear on our head. So, the way that we take care of it, the way that we wear it, is very important. But I mean, I'm learning so much from you right now. Like, this is a really amazing conversation we're having.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I do have to ask you, like with this change, and this field, is it an ever-changing field? Like, is there always something new to learn?
Absolutely, especially in the weight loss topic, because it seems like every month or every 2 months, there's some type of new weight loss product that comes out uh, that consumers want to gravitate to for weight loss and weight management. Well, once they get into those products, some of them have side effects, and some of them may not be a very good choice for them. And so over the years, I have seen where I definitely have to keep up with these new trends in weight loss because that
Mhm.
really affects my business. And I receive telephone calls all the time. But Dr. Amerson, I heard about this product. What is your feedback on this? Will it affect my hair? I have a very small percentage of patients who are actually concerned, will it affect my hair? Because there's so many medications. There are now over 400 medications that have a side effect of alopecia in some capacity. Sometimes it's short term, but not in all cases. Sometimes it is long term.
And that's good to know too. So I'm sure somebody out there is gonna be thinking this question, so I'm gonna ask it. So say someone lost their hair through cancer treatments, or like is hair restoration possible after cancer treatment? Because a lot of
In
people they don't think so.
cases, yes. Usually after the last chemo treatment is given, if a person is not given radiation, because radiation can also be very damaging to the scalp, the hair
Mhm.
follicles. But in most cases, what I have seen over the past decades, the hair will regrow. It's usually a different texture. Sometimes it's a different color. Usually it's very fine in texture. So the hair regrowth cycle completely changes. That's something that I have seen. Yes.
Mhm. Thank you for answering that too. And I do have to ask this question because, you know, a lot of people like to join my show because we have the authenticness, we have the real person, we have the experience, we have the journey. So, what has been your favorite part of this journey so far?
My favorite part of this journey so far, I would say just being able to enhance and reverse the image of so many consumers, and
Mhm.
also to give them the knowledge if they are having um, nutritional deficiencies that they were unaware of, and environmental exposures. So that's another thing with the wellness report. So example, some people have parasites in their digestive gut. They are unaware of that. Bacteria, they may have a fungus in their body, virus, post-virus. They may have chemicals and hydrocarbons, radiation exposure. Um, electromagnetic frequency overload. That is very, very common that I see. So all of those other exposures or indicators can affect a person's mood swings, their energy level. Also, they can, when I say energy, they're very lethargic.
Mhm.
Um, and also the digestive system is definitely impacted. So when the digestive system is not healthy, then you're not getting proper nutritional absorption.
Mhm.
And the body is just not as healthy as it should and could be. So just being able to give them more insight has been very, very rewarding.
Oh, I love that. That's a really great answer, by the way,
Thank
because
you. Thank
I can
you.
imagine how rewarding it is just to see your consumers using the product, seeing results, seeing that their lives have changed because now they're more aware of what they're eating, what they're doing, like how much exposure they get, and to the radiation, the sun, you know. And that
Yes,
also can affect the hair too. So, it's a lot of information I'm absorbing, but I'm also learning, and I hope my viewers are also learning some information here. So, if one of our viewers wanted to reach out to you, how could they get a hold of you?
absolutely. My business is LA's Hair and Scalp Clinic. I'm the CEO. We're located at 2304 West Pioneer Parkway, Suite number 6, Pantego, Texas, 76013. 817-265-8854, 817-265-8854. Our website is hairandscalpessentials.com. Hairandscalpessentials.com.
Absolutely. So if y'all have watched this interview and you feel like it is something that you need to take advantage of, I suggest you get a hold of her because she may have the answers to all your questions that you might need for sure. I also do want to ask you, we do have a little segment on our show where we like to address the youth in the
Okay.
community, because I know that you are very passionate about the community and doing work and volunteering and things like that. So, for our youth out there, if you could give them a piece of solid advice about life, what would you tell them?
Mm. All ages, or are we talking to a specific demographics there with the youth?
The youth, anywhere between, I would say like 13 to 20.
Okay. That age group is very, very image conscientious.
Mhm.
Um, Everything that you see the celebrities wearing may not be something that you should choose to do, especially with, I'll say, hair color, with hair extensions, um, excessive makeup. Um, so you want to take care of your skin and you want to cleanse it in the morning and especially at night. And that's going to be very, very vital for your skin maintaining its youthfulness up through from 13 to 20.
Mhm.
And you also want to moisturize your skin. Um, so if you do wear makeup, makeup is meant to enhance, not to be too overpowering. So just very minimal makeup to enhance your beauty. Those are two things I will say. As far as your hair, um, just do not, I'll just say, do not follow all of the current trends because it may not be very, very flattering for your hair texture because there's so many different hair textures, fine, medium, coarse, and then there's the thick, curly, wavy hair textures. So there are some hairstyles that may not be very flattering for your hair texture. So just try to stay within that guideline and keep your hair as healthy as possible. Would
Absolutely.
be
That's pretty solid advice. And you are correct. They are very image conscientious. So they are just like, they want to be, um, They want to be hip. They want to be just like the celebrities they see. And I know you did mention about hair extensions. So there is a lot of girls that want to get the hair extensions, but they don't understand how much damage that could actually do to your hair. Could you explain
Yes.
it for the young ladies out there?
I have seen so much of that, and there's so many different methods that is available. Now, for a special occasion, I know there's the quinceañeras
Mhm.
that some parents may choose to invest in letting the child get, or the teenager. They don't want to be called children. I'm sorry, correction. That the teenagers, they want to have some enhancements for a one-time thing. And then there's prom, that could be another thing. And then for maybe weddings, or if you're a bridesmaid, um, some of these uh, some of these wedding parties have gotten pretty strict about what they would like the bridal party to look like, as far as their hair.
Right.
But just really be conscientious that that's a one-time style, and just do not wear it long term.
Mhm. And
Yes.
I agree with that too, because I mean, sometimes the damage that's caused by hair coloring, hair extensions, anything that you do to your hair can literally ruin your hair for life. Like too much bleaching, too much coloring, too much over chemical use. I've seen it on several of my friends that they use different hair colors and it kills the hair. So I'm
It
just,
does. Yes,
mhm,
it really does. And I call them party colors, where we see the yellow and the blue and the green and the turquoise. And I have a niece that has really been using hair color that whenever I see her, it's a different color. So she's had turquoise, and I've seen her one time with, I think it was yellow, and I said, you really need to be cautious with those party colors, because it can be irreversible once that hair
absolutely.
becomes. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I agree with that. And it's okay, to try it, to experiment, but not over and over. So let's be real. Let's be real. You don't want to keep killing your hair over and over for sure.
Absolutely. And may I share one more thing that we offer?
Absolutely.
We offer embellished gift boxes. We added these items 2 years ago, and
Mhm.
it is an enhancement to selling our products. So this is inspired by the popular Boots on the Ground line dance song, and they are great for different products. And one of our selling colors is purple.
I love
So this
that.
is one of our gift boxes, yes. And
Mhm.
a lot of women say that's royalty with the
Mhm.
purple. Then we also have smaller gift boxes. This is one of our smaller purple ones, and they are multi-purpose. We have
Mhm.
some of our patients that buy them and put their own gifts inside. It could be money, it could be jewelry, lottery tickets.
Mhm.
So the smaller ones are also available. This is another heart shaped. This shape is one of our best sellers.
Oh, that one's cute.
So, so they are available at our clinic. And
Mhm.
then I have one more I'd like to show. Since this is Texas, I wanted to have something unique with our cowboy and cowgirl hat inspiration.
Oh, I love that. That's too
And
cute.
and this is our camouflage. So yeah, this is inspiration from Texas.
I love
So I
it.
wanted to share those. Yes.
I do love the cowboy hat. I like that one and the black and white one. Those are my two favorite ones.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Absolutely. So I do want to thank you again for being on my show. I feel like we've learned a lot of information, and I
Yes.
really do hope that someone out there is going to watch this and reach out to you as soon as possible because
Yes. So do I.
yes, because it's necessary. I mean, look, guys and gals, she specializes in men's hair, women's hair, and children's hair,
Yes.
specializing in analyzing those hair follicles, making sure that your diet's straight, that you know what's going on with your hair loss. So better get a hold of her. So this concludes our interview for What's Up Dallas magazine. We'll be back again with another guest. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rachel.